Alrighty, welcome back to Guild Wars 2 Deco Tools. Today I'm going to go over a new tool that I just added called well, we already had it before. It was called a map swap tool, but now it's the map swap tool beta, which is, there's a lot of new features added to it, especially the implementation of guild hall. You can swap between homestead to homestead, guild hall to guild hall, or now you can even do homestead to guild hall or guild hall to homestead. So either way you want to go, you have the option to do so now. Just a note: you do need, for this to work, you will need the Deco Tools Helper, which you can download directly from. You can go to the About section if you're not running it already, but you do need the latest version, which is 1.2, for this tool to work. Every other version of the tool works with the other tools, but this one specifically works for the map swap beta. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. Here in Guild Wars, in this homestead, I've just laid out a few very basic decorations, nothing special. Just adding some I know that are guild halls or homestead specific here. But let's go ahead and show you exactly how this works here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this layout. Let's go ahead and save it as map swap test. And then we're going to go ahead and hit export. And it's in our system now. We can take a look here under our, there it is, map swap test. If we take a look at the code itself here, you'll see that everything, all the IDs are there. Then we have the map ID, the map name, and the map type. Those are crucial when switching maps. However, there's a lot more to it because all the IDs have to go with it. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to our tool, and we're going to go to our beta, our map swap beta here, and what we're going to do is get our map swap test that we just made, drop it into the XML location here, and we want to go to a guild hall. So let's go to, since I'm already in a guild that uses Gilded Hollow, let's just select Gilded Hollow. And as you can see, the little guild pop up here appeared, and it's going to populate first, and then it's going to let you select which guild you want. And since I'm doing Gilded Hollow, and I know that this is the guild I'm working for right now, is Timmy's Tiny Army, we'll select that. You don't have to select this option. This is just for if you know you're going to need it later and you're going to update the missing items. Because if you don't have every decoration in your specific guild or homestead, it will automatically exclude it from the new XML unless you tick this box. Then it will include it, but it will just show you as missing on the list. So let's go ahead and just leave it off for now. But we'll hit our pre-check button here, and it's going to do a little pre-check, and there it is. It's going to show you the map information. It's going to show your XML, how many decorations were found. Props is what it says. You're coming from a homestead, and you're going to a guild hall, in this case, Gilded Hollow. It's going to show you a little bit of local warnings here for local area deco caps, so you know not to put too many decorations in one area when you're going from homestead to guild hall, because you can't have as many in one area inside of a guild hall, and you might have issues placing them or loading up the XML once it gets there. So if you're well spaced out in your homestead, that's perfect. Or if you build in a guild hall and you want to transfer it to a homestead, you shouldn't run into that issue at all. It'll show you down here the following decorations will not be included. This is like the brasswork stuff that's only available to homesteads. There's certain items that are only available to guild halls, certain items that are only available to homesteads, and they cannot be transferred no matter what. So there's no counterpart to it, so they're going to be excluded from the map swap transition. It'll just not include it, and you don't have to worry about it. It'll remove it from the XML entirely. And then we have the missing items. The missing decorations will show up down here. We're only missing two. So in this specific guild hall, we're missing a campfire and a guild bar. So it shows we're missing one of each. So we don't need to worry. So it's going to exclude them unless we tick this box here. Let me show a little example. Hit pre-check again. And now it will say we'll include them. This is just in case you know you can get these items really easily and you're going to just throw them in later and you don't feel like using this tool again, you can just turn that on. But for now, we'll turn it off just so we don't have to worry about that. Once you have that, you can actually download the list. That'll end up here in our downloads. And you can see that the formatting is identical. So now you can actually use this down the road if you need it. Like I said, if you just need to know what you're missing and you need to add it later, now you have the list because that's now on file. And once you have that, or if you don't have it, if you just want to move forward without worrying about anything that was excluded, you can just simply hit swap maps. And that's going to move the file right here. And what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and open the original again. And then let's take a look at the new version. As you can see, it's a lot less items in there. First thing you'll notice is the map ID, map name, and ID or type have changed. So we're from type 0 now to type 1, Gilded Hollow, and Gilded Hollow's map ID. All of the IDs for these decorations have also been, well, the ones that were included anyways, have been, like, let's say, large hemisphere of snow is 451, and now its ID is 795 because our helper keeps a local database of all decorations and their IDs for both Guildhall and Homestead. Let's say you don't know where those decorations went in the Guildhall, because here on this map they're obviously in a location that you can see them out in the open. But what about a guild hall? Let's say Gilded Hollow has various levels that are really, really high, a lot of walls. But what if you want to put them in a specific open area without losing them? Let's go ahead and do that right now. So if you go back to the tools and you go back to our interactive move tool, which is also available to use with the helper, previous versions and current, you can actually simply grab the newly downloaded one that you moved to the guild hall, drop it into place. And before I do anything, let's go to our guild hall for that guild. Okay, now that we are in the guild hall, let's go ahead and find a nice open area where we want to drop our items. So we're going to park our character right here. We've already moved our XML into place here in the interactive move tool. And since it's on the ground, we'll just use bottom so it goes where our feet are, where we're standing, and we'll just hit move to character position. Done and downloaded. Now, back in here, we're going to take the new moved version, so Gilded Hollow moved. We're going to put that into our guild halls. And then back in the game here, let me get out of the way. Let's just go back to the waypoint. We are going to go to our options here. Go to our layouts. And then we're going to use the map swap Gilded Hollow. Load selected, and it's going to ask us, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. And boom, there it is. There is all of our decorations moved from a homestead into a guild hall without any issues. Obviously, the table is gone, the fire is gone because it said we don't have them, so it was excluded from the XML, as well as the items that are homestead specific were also removed from the final XML, so everything came over cleanly, evenly spaced, and to my position since I used the interactive move tool at the same time. But anyway, I hope you like the tool, or tools I should say, because they all kind of work hand in hand. You can use them all together, you can use one at a time, doesn't matter. Pick the way you want to use them, figure out how to do anything you want to do. But anyway, this is just a new addition, and I hope it works out for all of you.